am I the asshole for telling my niece she looks pretty? And Sean, you're up first.
Okay. I will say no. Yeah, because that's your niece, right? You should, I tell my nephews they look handsome and my nieces they look pretty.
Okay.
I mean, I also compliment them on other things as well. That's not like they're only.
No, that's all you compliment them on.
Yeah, if this person is all they're complimenting is they're like, oh yeah, you're attractive. You're terrible at everything else. Then yeah, that's no good. But I'll go probably against John's judgment and my better judgment. I'll say not the asshole.
And where are you standing, Nancy?
I don't know. The title is so outrageous that I feel like I should say yes because there's going to be something sneaky in it. But yeah, I was thinking the way that adults tend to compliment kids on their appearances sometimes is, I don't know, people's thinking around that is now changing. So I feel like maybe there's something, it might be somebody saying like, oh, can you stop complimenting, your niece on just appearances? Maybe they're just complimenting on appearances and that's it. I don't know. I'm going to, was that a yes or no?
Sounds like a yes.
Okay. I'm going to say yes. Yeah.
You're very similar to Sean when he does his predictions. It's just like, it could be this, or it could be this.
You should see us having discussions.
Both scenarios all the time.
Oh, that's funny. I like it. All right. Well, let's hop into it. I believe you guys agreed, right? I think that's where we came to.
I don't think so.
Wait, you're saying no.
I said not the asshole.
Okay.
You said the asshole.
Okay.
Which may be a mistake after hearing it. Yeah. There's only, there's got to be a reason why the parent is upset at you.
Or
I assume the parent is upset. Or whoever.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got our first split. This rarely happens, so I'm excited. Let's hop into it.
I trusted you.
32 female stepsister, Kate, 34 female, has always had a complex about physical appearance. It has caused a lot of issue for her and all of us over the years and stopped her and me from really having a relationship. She got therapy in her mid-20s and eventually got to the point where she calls aesthetic neutrality, which means she never comments on anyone's appearance, and we are asked to not comment on hers positively or negatively. Fair enough.
Yeah, I lost.
So that's kind of where you guys brought up. She enforces this with her 7-year-old daughter, Zara, as well. She asked from the time Zara was born that we never make comments relating to Zara's appearance, even if it was nice things. Everyone in the family normally follows this. A few days ago, we were all visiting my parents' country house for the weekend, and Zara and my 5-year-old, Anya, were playing dress-up. They came downstairs, and my daughter ran over to me and my husband to show us the outfit, and we said she looked beautiful in her dress. My husband took Anya to get a snack, and Zara came over to me looking pretty dejected and asked if she looked pretty as well. Maybe it was just me being too soft, but I couldn't look at her and not give an answer, given that she'd asked me directly, so I said yes. Her face lit up and she left the room to get a snack as well. Kate immediately rounded on me, telling me I was undermining her parenting, and I know we're not supposed to make those kind of comments. She said disregarding her wishes as a mother was bad enough, but lying to Zara is even worse and is going to set her up for failure in the future if she measures everything by appearance when she isn't good looking. So she negatively commented on her daughter.
What? Okay, might have been right, actually.
I think you're right. Sorry, John.
I think John would have gone the same way, so I don't think that's
I think John would have said the same thing. He would have said, you're the asshole. There's a reason why, blah, blah, blah.
He's listening right now, yelling at me.
Arthur Fist.
Yes. So wild of her to be like, don't comment on my daughter's appearance.
Yeah, don't fucking lie to my daughter.
Disses her.
Yo, what? Okay, look. Here's where I'm at with this. I totally understand, being like, compliment my children for like other things than like the standard or whatever. But if they're straight up asking you, like, am I beautiful? Do I look pretty? You're supposed to be like, I'm not allowed to comment.
No comment.
What is that? Actually, I can't say. It's hard to say, Zara. You know what I mean? No, of course I'm going to be like, yes, of course you're beautiful. Yeah, you should never doubt that, blah, blah, blah. Because what kind of, I don't know. I feel like that's,
I feel that would cause more insecurities. If she just didn't answer.
Look, I'm not going to front. My mother showered me with compliments as a child and as a man.
It shows.
She always talks about how handsome I am. And then my siblings do the same. And I do the same to my siblings as well. we're always like, damn, we are good looking. That's crazy. And then like, yeah, because it feels good. You get enough from like society and like other things telling you don't look good. So it's nice to have, some people in your corner and things like that. So
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I understand like if you were doing too much, like I said earlier, like you suck at everything else, but you are very good looking. That's not great. But like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with occasionally hyping up, your family. I do understand like, it's your siblings' wish that you don't comment on it. And, you got to respect their parenting. But what do they want? What do you want them? It sounds like they usually do. But this time Zara just went straight face to face and was like, am I pretty too? What are you supposed to, what do you want? Like, yeah. If you say like, okay, don't ever comment on how my kid looks or how I look, just never talk about it. You got to at least tell them like, but if they do ask you face to face, this is what you need to say. And it sounds like that didn't happen. And any person would tell their niece that they look great. You know what I mean?
For sure.
In that scenario. So yeah, a rare dub for me.
I'm not even done the story. So
oh, that's not even it. Oh, I thought we were done.
I was gonna ask, are you done, John?
I'm so sorry. I totally assumed you were finished.
When Sean's going, I just let him go. I'm like, it's hard to rein in. Yeah,
sorry.
The prince has to talk.
So I understand where Kate is coming from. I really do. And I said as much, but I just didn't have the strength to say anything else while Zara was standing right there. Kate is now mad at me and saying she isn't sure whether she wants me to babysit until I can respect her choices on how to raise her kid. My stepdad and mom are on my side, but my husband says I should have just redirected Zara to her mother, given what Kate is like. And I probably did mess up a little, but was I in the wrong?
Even then, it's crazy to be like, do I look pretty? Go ask your mom. What? I don't know.
You're good at other stuff.
Yeah.
So how old is Zara again?
I don't know. If
I believe 7.
Oh, just kidding.
I just feel like, okay, so just society wise, we're so used to complimenting each other physically, and especially with like body positivity movement and just in general, culturally, we tend to put a lot of value on appearances, right? And it's great for her, the mom, to be like, this is my boundary, please respect it. But to put that on your child at such a young age, I again respect it as mother-daughter dynamic, but I feel like her daughter maybe doesn't understand yet why. So she's walking around, like you said, building up insecurities. And so she's not understanding, why isn't somebody not telling me I'm pretty too or beautiful too? Is it because they don't want to lie to me because I'm ugly? Because she's going to hear it anyway. She's going to be,
right.
She hears it on TV. She hears it in school when people compliment each other physically, or there's like some value of on people's physicality, whether it be like that picture looks pretty, they're going to hear it. So I wonder, first of all, if the mom has talked to her about that at all and why maybe people aren't telling her that she's pretty, and to see how she feels about it, because she's a child. So she may be like, well, mom, I still want to be complimented when I'm pretty. And so I don't know. I just feel like there has to be some kind of conversation there first. And then with the sister, the person, the writer, what do you call that person?
Yeah,
OP. With OP. It's because it's been so ingrained in our heads that we value physical aesthetics. It's going to be hard to unlearn that. And so it props to her for unlearning that for her stepsister and not complimenting, her physically. But she was put in a new situation where the child asked her, and yes, she might have made a mistake. Maybe she could have said, oh, well, you look really bright and happy in your dress,
Right.
It could have been something else, but that was like that the mom needs to give her grace
kind of thing.
For that. Yeah. Like with anything in society, we're like unlearning a lot of different things nowadays. I feel like with that unlearning, we have to give each other grace if the other person is trying. And so I don't know. It's not the asshole. Sorry, John.
That's a point for Sean. He's beaming right now.
Tied up.
I am not helping him, John, I promise.
Yeah,
No,
how much did he pay you?
I'm fairly certain John would have said asshole.
100%. 100%.
You know what I mean? I feel like don't put that on yourself. I feel like he definitely would have got asshole.
But I'm still taking that point off from him. So, yeah, Reddit also agreed and said not the asshole. 989J commented and said, imagine hating yourself so much you make your kid hate themselves. And then Siller Scorpius said it's the circle of trauma. A lot of Redditors took it a lot less. What would you say? They didn't take it as Nancy did. They were like, yeah, you're traumatizing your kid kind of thing. Which might not be the case, right?
Yeah, it can go either way.
I can only imagine it being a child and seeing everyone else around you getting complimented, that affecting you in certain ways.
Yeah, I feel like if I was like this, like the first person to call me handsome, I'd be like, I'm marrying you. Like that's it.
That's true.
I'm in love.
True.
Like my standards and bar would be so low, I feel like. But maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd be like, I feel like you don't value me because you don't compliment my other stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe, I mean, it truly can go both ways. I don't think it's as hard as Reddit is going. I don't think.
Yeah, that's
No.
right.
I don't think it's great. I do agree with Circle of Trauma. I feel like that's a good point.
Definitely a thing. And
yeah.
like, I don't know. I agree with the whole don't just compliment on looks. But what I would propose to my family is, hey, don't compliment her on the other stuff more. Focus on that stuff. That's kind of where it's like, it's more healthy because it's directing them away from, physical as much as you can. And then they value that other stuff more than just physical appearance. So,
and people have different meanings of the word beautiful, right? It could be
for sure.
A person can say that everyone in their life is beautiful because they show so much love and support to one another. They're caring people, it could be inward beauty. It doesn't have to be physical beauty. But again, that's like the mom's definition. She's putting that on her child. And I'm not a child expert, so I don't know what age
we are.
They start to understand.
Again, no parents on this podcast.
We have nephews and nieces, but I just don't know if they would understand the complexity behind the choice to not get complimented on or anything physically.
For sure.
Must be confusing for them.